Hello everyone, Nixon here with Cruising This Out. So today's an episode on mechanical problems segment. So yeah, today I'm gonna be chasing a problem that I had a couple times that I went out. So today's the second time I'm going on the Bilge trying to fix this problem. So what happened was on higher RPM, when I try to bring the boat up on plane, it would bug down, right? One of the engines would go like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Then if I lower the RPM, everything goes back to normal. But so I changed my distributor cap and rotor and my coil to see if that did the job, and it didn't, right? So now I'm gonna keep tracing the problem. Now the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna check my fuel pressure. So I got a vacuum gauge, so I'm gonna put it on the line and see what's the pound or how much pressure I have on the fuel system, and from there on decide where do I need to go, right? It can be a faulty fuel pump. Also, I'm gonna rule out the possibility of being my distributor module by switching them around, like putting the one from the engine that's acting up on the other engine and vice versa. So yeah, let's usually I know what's going on prior to make a video. This time I don't know yet, so we're gonna be finding out together what it is that's going on. So let's get to it, right? So prior to me tying up to my fuel line by my carburetor and the fuel pump, I am going to open up my sending unit port here so I can take a look inside of this tank and see how it looks in there. I run a lot of gas through this boat, right? So I don't think anything's wrong in there. I think everything should be clean, but I'm ruling things out. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is look inside my tank and see how it looks in there. I don't know if you guys can see, but this tank is like squeaky clean. Like there's a few fragments of stuff in there, but nothing much. Okay, so now with this T and these little connections right there, I'm gonna connect this gauge to this line right here, which goes to my fuel pump over there. So that way we'll be able to read out what's my pressure on my fuel line. So right, let's get to it. Okay, so this is how I tied into my fuel lines, right? So fuel pump, then it goes to the carburetor right there. So I just put a T there, split it. Now I'm gonna try to leave all these here, so next time I have to test is already here. So see, once I take this thing out, see, this is a 3/8 female, so I can just put a plug right here, and then it's gonna be set for me next time I wanted to check the pressure on this fuel pump. So let's turn the engine on and see what it reads. And there it is, we have found the culprit. As you can see, the engine is at 1000 RPM and barely pushing 3 psi of pressure. So that's my problem, a faulty fuel pump. So now that we know that is the fuel pump, I just went to West Marine, and good thing, because I bought this pump in April, right, and it already went bad. But I do put like 50 hours a month on this boat, right, like I'm always on this boat riding. So, but when I went to West Marine and they just switched it for me, since even though I bought it in April and we are in end of September right now, they just switched it out. So I'm gonna reinstall this there. It's pretty straightforward. I just gotta put my fittings back over there. It's only 2 bolts that holds it in. This goes right on top of the water pump. Just gotta make sure there's fluid in there, like gear lube. So yes, let me just install this quick and we'll be back in business. And then we'll take it for a ride and see if everything's working up to standards. My issue turned out to be a faulty fuel pump. So I guess if you have bugging problems or hesitating problems, always start by pressure checking your fuel pump, and from there on you can decide which way to go, if you go through to the fuel lines or if you go to ignition system. So either way, thank you guys, appreciated you watching the video, and please give a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see what happened next. Thank you and good night, guys.